The greatest adventure is what lies ahead. Today and tomorrow are yet to be said. The chances, the changes are all yours to make. The mold of your life is in your hands to break. The greatest adventure is there if you're bold. Let go of the moment that life makes you hold. To measure the meaning can make you delay. It's time you stop thinking and wasting the day. The man who's a dreamer and never takes leave, who thinks of a world that is just make-believe, will never know passion, will never know pain. Who sits by the window will one day see rain. The greatest adventure is what lies ahead. Today and tomorrow are yet to be said. The chances, the changes are all yours to make. The mold of your life is in your hands to break. The greatest adventure is what lies ahead. The greatest adventure is what lies ahead. Today and tomorrow are yet to be said. The chances, the changes are all yours to make. The mold of your life is in your hands to break. The greatest adventure is there if you're bold. Let go of the moment that life makes you hold. To measure the meaning can make you delay. It's time you stop thinking and wasting the day. The man who's a dreamer and never takes leave, who thinks of a world that is just make-believe, will never know passion, will never know pain. Who sits by the window will one day see rain. The
Greatest adventure, what lies ahead. Today and tomorrow are yet to be said. Chances, the changes are all yours to make. The mold of your life is in your hands to break. Greatest adventure is what lies ahead. Poor Skittlebrow and me. I'm a big man now. I had to just double check that I wasn't muted. I'm a big man now. I'm no longer a hobbit. Yeah, that's true. Skittles, how's it going? New mic, or do I just sound better? Okay, you know what, Skittles, is a funny story about that. No, I was actually looking into getting a new mic today. I was looking I was looking at Amazon. I was looking into getting a new mic and camera, but you know, like Blue Yeti is still a popular mic, so I'm like looking and it's like, oh, I could. What's the point of just buying like a new Blue Yeti mic if it's just the same mic? Like, is it really gonna sound better? And I don't know. I started looking at some websites, and I found this website that was like, yeah, Blue Yeti is actually a microphone that many people don't use properly. Maybe you're not getting the best out of your Blue Yeti. So I started looking at like these recommendations for the sound, and I was checking the little thing, the little knobs. You know, these little knobs in the back of my microphone. I haven't messed with these. I remember when I first got this mic, I kind of fooled around with these knobs for like the different kinds of sound profiles, and I picked the one I thought sounded the best. I'm not screaming. I'm trying not to scream. But yeah, well, you know, the thing is, yes, I know. I don't have a flute. No, I'm trying to not talk too loudly because the microphone is actually right in front of my mouth now. See, that's so I was fooling around with these different settings. That it turns out I've been using the wrong setting. I've been using what is it? The all-encompassing version, which you're not supposed to use. That's more for like if for groups. You're supposed to use what is it called again? I forget now. Um, well, so that's not even like the biggest. That's not even the big deal. Yeah. Okay. So you're supposed to use the variation where the setting where it captures only in front. Like if you're a single podcasting type of setup, you know, if it's just one person talking into a mic. So I was like doing recordings and checking the different sound, and I noticed I was like, you know what? Let me just try putting the microphone right in because the thing was also talking about like having a good mic positioning. And you know what I realized, Skittles, is that my microphone normally I just kind of have it on the corner of my desk, and it's usually a few feet away from my mouth. And I didn't know that wasn't normal, or you're supposed to have the mic in front of your mouth. So I I uh I tried putting the microphone right in front of my mouth and then just talking normally into it. And you know what I discovered? It sounds like this. All right. So just to give you some idea, well, it's hard to. Yeah. Let me just. So normally, I have it on, or what I have been doing up to this point was I had it on this setting, and the microphone was way over here. And this is how it was sounding before. And I then I did a little experimenting, and I realized if you put it over here close to your mouth, if you put it close to your mouth and you put the setting to what it's supposed to be at, which is this, then it sounds like this. Amazing, huh? Yeah, I didn't even know I had these issues. I hadn't really, it took me a long time to realize that my mic quality is not good. You know, I go back and I look at streams once in a while just to like, you know, look at how, a lot of times just to see, it's more just to see how things look with like the layout and stuff. And I'm not necessarily paying attention to the sound, but I don't know. I'm not very sound, like I don't have a great ear for sound anyway, I guess. Been telling you for 5 years. What have you been telling me? Mainly you just tell me not to yell in the mic. Aside from that, I don't know what you've been telling me. But no, yeah, I started to realize. Yeah, I mean, I started to realize, you know, my sound, like especially compared to like like certain streamers I watch, which have like good setups, my sound quality doesn't sound right. Like it's something is wrong with it. Yeah. Yeah. It's well, but here's the thing though. I still have a problem because so the way it's set up now, the problem with this is if the way it was set up before, it was more balanced regardless of where I was. Whereas now, if I were to like kind of lean back in the chair, I'm worried that it's not going to sound like it kind of needs. You're supposed to get close to the microphone, so I'm worried that if I lean back in the chair now, it won't sound as good. But I don't know. You can let me know, I guess. Anyway, we got to get it. We're starting the stream very late. Hey, Sandbag, what's up? Video gamer Lee, can you swear here? You can swear. Something's wrong with your sound. People say they can't hear you. Is this set up for a joke or is this real? I checked my settings for my mic and they looked all right. So guess what I was missing? The mic. It's a good joke. All right. Yeah, I sense a joke coming there. Wall Street Kid. Oh, Video Gamer Lee. Are you that one guy who's like the troll guy? Oh, I remember you. Okay, I remember you. Are you here to do some trolling or like what's up today? You're good now? Okay. I don't know if I like the way that's starting. I don't want to hear about your lost password. All right. Let's get right back into it. I need to do some attempts. I really didn't get anywhere the last stream. What happened? I'll give the quick history. I have been playing through this game, and so by the way, how does it sound now? See that one? Look, Skittles. That's what he is. It's okay. He's good. He understands. I was the lucky winner. Good for me. Yeah, get a pen. Yeah, so I've been playing through this game, and we've been playing for a few hours, and I got to the point where it felt like I was behind, and it's going to be too difficult to catch up. So I decided I needed to start over. The game it's not a long game, but the problem is you really need to get a lot of money quickly. So if you don't get a lot of money quickly, you probably should be reloading from your password a lot. And I hadn't really been diligent enough about earning money. I've been kind of more lackadaisical about it. So I've started over, and I'm trying really hard to get a good start in the first week. So far, I'm not happy with. Anyway, we're gonna get back into this. Today, I'm gonna try to not get derailed by debating anime like Dragon Ball Super. Can you do me a favor? Probably not, Video Gamer Lee. Sorry, I'm busy. Unless that favor. Okay. If the favor is, could you play Wall Street Kid on NES? The answer is yes. With pleasure, Video Gamer Lee. I will do that for you. Let's try to ignore the mic and stream comfortably. Best way to see how it sounds. Oh yeah, okay, so, let's see here. If I don't get the tip from Connie. Alright, if I don't get the tip from Connie in the first day, I'll just reset. Because it's not worth it. That's gonna be different. Use the Donald Trump method to getting cash fast. Cash fast. That's the only Donald Trump joke I'm gonna make this year. I'm not quite clear where the joke was. But good one, I guess. Yeah, you could be right about that, Skittles. So, I'm gonna... Oh, well, we haven't reached that part of the game yet, Sandbag. I can't wait till I get to the part where I get to divert... Oh, fucking Connie. Ralph's talking animation, yeah. Yeah, alright, so now I'm leaning back a little bit farther from the mic than I probably should be. Wait, hold on. I can adjust it. Let me just really make sure it's pointed as close to me as possible. Alright, yeah, it's probably good. This is probably a pretty good position, because I'm kind of leaning back, but I'm only like a foot away from the mic. Sounds fine? Okay. Alright. So, yeah, I found a way to improve my mic quality without buying a new mic. I guess I did pretty good. But I will tell you this. I did order a new camera. It's on the way. I spent a decent amount. I spent like 130. I decided to get the I decided to get a new Logitech. I decided to get, what is it called? Like a Brio? It's called like a Logitech Brio. And it uses 4 letters. 4 of the 5 letters from my first name. Logitech Brio. So it's got to be good, right? What's the name of the new camera? Logitech Brio. C930? No, it's called a Logitech Brio. I think that's what it's called. Wait, let me just... I still have the Amazon thing up. What, you want me to show it to you? It's this is what I ordered. Logitech Brio Ultra HD webcam for video conferencing. The only thing I'm nervous about is this clip. I hope this is not going to be awkward putting this on the TV. Like, it looks like it bends, but I'm sure it bends. I'm sure it'll be fine. But I don't. It's supposed to be. It should be much better than the one I have currently. Yeah, Brio, just like my name. Does 4K and HDR. Yeah, so it does 4K, but I think we'll probably set it to 1090p. Is that the normal? Like 1090p? Because I think in 4K you don't get the 60 FPS. Well, I don't know. Yeah. Well, 4K seems stupid to have for like a little window. I don't know. Maybe 4K is worthwhile. Maybe I could have it switch to that if I'm doing like a thing with a full screen thing. I might want to do that sometimes. I have to start wearing makeup. Start? How do you know I'm not wearing makeup right? You know me, I'm very fancy. Okay, she's finally got a tip. Carnivore. She says she'll always have more info. But she is a liar. Alright, well, let's do it. Yeah, 4K Pineapple time. How are you doing, Freeware Pirate? And how are you doing, Sandbag? And how are you doing, Skittles? And also that troll guy, you too. Hold securely. Yeah, it's just that that shape that it's in won't work on the TV. It has to bend to be able, like I have mine positioned on top of a TV. Alright, good. So far, good. Priscilla. Another tip. We switched to Boeing. I'll buy a little bit of carnivore as well. Legendary weapon precursor to drop in Guild Wars 2. How long did that take, Freeware Pirate? Oh, Carnivore is still in first? What the oh, and Boeing's in third. It's not ideal, but... I don't want to... Alright, I guess we'll try to keep going. Connie was kind of wrong there. Okay, let's just sell... And let's just go back to Carnivore. We'll just sell the Boeing. I guess? Please play Wall Street Boy NES on stream. It's your favorite game ever. It's the reason I watch Twitch. That's very funny, Video Gamer Lee. That's very funny. Do you feel proud of yourself? I interpret LOL as a no. Hey Connie, just the tip. Good joke. Okay, Carnivore's still in first. Carnivore's in first a lot in these early weeks, I've noticed. Kind of a pattern. 11 years. Very rare for random. So that's your MMO, huh? Guild Wars 2? Yeah, mine was Final Fantasy 11. Only one Shadowrunner is allowed to talk in all caps. That is true, so be careful. You do? Thank you very much. Follow for a follow. Nope. Alright, video gamer Lee, tell us something real now. Tell us something real. No more lying. I was still in third. Dude, it's just gonna end up being the same as every other time. And it's like, it's slightly worse, in fact. That one time I had 660,000. I mean, I have 640 now. It's like practically the same every time. Wait, now do I have one more day to earn? It's always the same. I can't get a better start than this, seemingly. I like to eat grass like a cow, that's the truth. Yeah, it seemed like you kind of deserve that time out there, video gamer. Like, what's up? You're not doing a good job of engaging with us. You gotta try harder, buddy. Take these 600 seconds to just really reflect, and then when you come back, just try to be really good and witty and like clever and like act in a way that's gonna make everyone like you. You can do it. Alright, I'm probably going to be resetting, but let's just see what happens here. It's just not good enough. That's just not good. I had more the last time. Until I've got to at least get 670,000. Let's try again. It doesn't seem to set me down an exact RNG path. Oh, yeah, no. Well, I'm not. I mean, in these cases, I've been just resetting. But as far as the password goes, it might on the first day after the password. It kind of seems like it might. After that, I'm not sure. There's a lot of there's like a lot of the same trends that seem to happen, but there's some variation generally when you repeat the same time period. Excellent tip. Fireman's was in first, so I'm going to go with Connie on that one. Alright. But what? I feel like even though it was in first, I feel like I didn't make as much as the last time. All right. Made 30,000. All right. Oops, I clicked on the clock again. It worked out. Fireman was first three times in a row. No, they were second this time. I still made pretty good money. It worked out okay. All right, now we'll get the tip. Stray Hound. Stray Hound. Let's do it. Sell, sell, sell. Buy, buy, buy. Raise the flowers. In sync joke? I'm down for that. It ain't no lie. Bye, bye, bye. I like that. I like that one. Sandbag. It's dumb, but I like it. Parodying. What? Stray Hound's in 5th. Well, I still made money though. Actually, it didn't seem like I did bad despite it being in 5th. Huh. It seems like I'm doing okay. Should I switch then? Should I switch horses midstream? Skittles did not seem to care for that one. I cared for it. Alright, I'll try Parodying. Fireman was still in second. Too bad you should have paid more attention, closer attention to the morning paper. Whoops. I was not paying attention to it. Oh well. Whatever. Oh, another password? Okay. Let's see what we get out of it. One more day. Parodying was in 3rd. This is not the start I wanted either. Wait, I didn't get the thing with the dog this time. No, that's even worse than last time. I didn't realize where I was because I didn't get the dog. That's actually worse. We can't do that. Try again. Just wasn't good enough. Come on, man. I just want to get a really good start. Is that too much to ask? Skittles is counting on me. Is that what Chef Ramsay says all the time? Not good enough! In his patented accent, which I certainly can't do. Going in first. Wait, forgot to check on Connie. Alright, I'll try... Should I try Boeing? I don't know. I feel like Boeing is never in first. Let me look at this list again. I'm gonna go with Carnivore. Because they're often in first. Let's just go with Carnivore. All in on Carnivore. I'm gonna make a guess. That guess is wrong, I can tell. They were in second, though. No. It has to be first. That's not good enough. The first one has got to be in first. I'm not going to go with that. We've got to snowball our money as much as possible. The faster we build it up at the beginning, the more we'll be able to build it up later. So the beginning is key. Even just getting 10 or 20,000 more in the first week could make a big difference later on. Skittles knows what I'm talking about. Can you guys imagine what it's going to be like when I have a good webcam? Imagine how well you're going to be able to see my face. You guys are going to love that. Oh, this is like the same exact positions as last time. Ani better give me a goddamn tip. Fine, let's try Boeing then. That shit? Nope. 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 That's not good. Kids do need to be scared. Flipsider is right. Okay, who in the chat agrees with Flipsider? If you agree with me, just don't say anything. Also, if you agree with me, post a come on, bruh. Okay, Skittles agrees. I knew he would, I could tell. Anything. Sandbag is saying he'll agree with anything I say. That's very kind of you. Giant cockroaches. Space Kitty face. Oof. Did you hit your leg on the table? Who held a gun to your head and forced you to play this? I did. I'm holding a metaphorical gun to my head right now. You know why? Because this game is fun, and I just need myself to understand. What, dude, what's wrong with this game, Space Kitty Face? What are you talking about? What's wrong with it? Look, what's wrong with this? I'm doing stocks right now. And I'm going all in on Carnivore. Yeah, I'm holding all of you guys' thoughts. I'm gonna hold a gun to your guys' head. In a nice way, though. Like, in a nice, kind way. I'm gonna hold a gun to your head. It's out of love. Can you feel the love, Space Kitty Face? It's like playing stocks in real life, except you don't get to keep the money. Yeah, but I mean, it is, but it's presented in like a funny, kind of silly, charming way, where it's like very simple. It's just like it's just boiled down to like a very simple kind of silly game to play. Like I like the way it's presented. It's got a little bit of, it's not great, but it's got some novelty value to it. I don't know. It's kind of fun. I like the little graphics and stuff. Although, I guess I might prefer if it had kept the original graphics of the Japanese version, but whatever. You know what? I think if it is carnivore, it just seems like it's always going to be. I'm going to just gamble that it's going to be carnivore 3 times in a row here, because I think it will be. It will. That's just how it's the carnivore. So sometimes it's just carnivore 3 times in a row. If it is carnivore 3 times in a row, maybe whatever else happens after that also holds true. Like I should probably take notes. Let's just see what Connie says. I should probably take notes. Let me get something. Let me get something here. Look at this. I'm doing a research. We're getting into this. This is fun. Paint drying simulator might be more entertaining, but this is not like watching paint dry. Well, okay. I mean, maybe for you it is, but it's not like, I don't know. It's fun for me. It's not like watching paint dry. It's like it seems. Look, it's got Connie. How can you say that when this game has Connie? And look at her with her little funny tips. That should keep him flying for a while. I do like her tips. I like that she makes little jokes. So sometimes it's carnivore times 3. And if that is the case, is it always is she gonna be right about Boeing though? Well, we're gonna have to just trust her. Connie? I don't think that's it, but yeah, I guess so. I guess that is, she does have Con in her name. I could definitely see how this might not be the most entertaining game for the audience to watch. But yet, I'm still playing it after 5 hours. Sorry about that. We gotta beat the game, alright? Come on, guys. Let's try to get into it a little bit more. Just trust me on this. I'll just go with this. Wasn't as much money as I was hoping for. It was Rattel. Alright, let's just write down Rattel. Hell. But I doubt it's going to be consistent every time, though, the order. I mean, it could be like there's different seeds, and if you get a certain seed, it's always the same ones. It could be like that, but I don't know if it is. Oh shit, I clicked on the thing. I should have sold. Well, let's see how much money I have now. I probably fucked up. Again. Yet again. Wait a second. How much did I just make there? What do I have Boeing? I'm in 4th. And yet I actually have a pretty good amount. Like, what do I have? I have 674,000. That's actually the most I've had. That's the most I've been able to get by this point. I could just save this password, go back and try a couple more things. But I don't know, it feels like, you know what? After starting out fresh like 10 or 15 times, this is the best we've been able to get. I think we're just gonna go with this. 670,000 by the first week. Let's just go with it. Just go with it. So I'm gonna say no to him. So we can get the maximum amount of time. No. Alright, let's keep going. AT&T. Alright. I'm down for AT&T. Space Kitty Face, what are you up to? You playing any good games? Brilliant idea, honey. You know I love to shop. I love a woman who loves to shop. Red Mages. What's up? Oh, Z-Talks raid. Hey guys, you've come at a good time. I assume you like Wall Street. Because why wouldn't you? And Red Mages, how are you doing? I am in the middle of intense Wall Street battle right now. This raid is so toxic. Z-Toxic? I get it. How much did I earn there? Alright, I'm in first. Okay, good. That's a good start to our second week. So I've been playing this game for a while. After hitting my head into a wall, I eventually started over. And we've been much more carefully save scumming the first week. I've been trying really hard to get the best start I can. And now I'm in the second week. We're still early in the game after starting over. I'm trying to make the dollar bills. It's hard. What is up to you? Kid Talks. Yeah, I'm still with it. I'm giving it much more time than Wall Street. I mean, no, I'm giving it much more time than X-Men. Is what I meant to say. Skittles, is that true? Do you know about Big Pimpin'? Tell us everything you know. How are you doing today, Red Mages? What are you up to? Oh, that seemed good. Okay, we were in second. Alright, not bad. We seem to make pretty good money there. Medium Pimpin'. This is not a top 10 NES soundtrack. The soundtrack's not very good, is it? It's kind of not very good. Although, there's something about it that I find a little charming. American Depressed had a 30% increase last quarter. That should keep them from being depressed for a while. Ha 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 ha. Thanks for that depressing news, Connie. I'll take it to heart. The kind of dedication you appreciate. Well, sometimes I put in the effort. It just depends on when I feel it. I wasn't feeling X-Men, but I'm feeling this. I feel it. And now I'm feeling American Depressed. It's this one, right? Ahmed? No, there's nothing charming about it? Agree, disagree, Z-Talks. I'm detecting a little bit of charm. Maybe your charm detector is not quite tuned. Have you tuned it recently, Ztox? Because, you know, it can get out of tune so easily. Yeah, 5.5 hours is starting to sound repetitive. That may be true. Could be some truth in that. Okay, bye, Ztox. Love ya. What's AMED? American... No, that's supposed to be short for American Depress, I think. Which is what I was told to buy. Yeah, it's in first. Alright. Okay, we're doing really good this week. That's good. That's good. Check with Connie. Connie got nothing to say. Let's hope that American Depress stays in first. I'll take my wife on a picnic real quick. She loves it. Okay, good. All these companies are parodies of real companies from the time at the 80s. So American Depress was American Express, yeah. What do we do there? I didn't see. What do we do? Yeah, we're still in first. All right, dude. I know, quite a charming game. Well, a little bit. Was that the end of the week? That was a good week. My car is old and broken down. I need a new one. We gotta be ready to buy a car. Okay. Alright. Wives love picnics. Just as true today as it was back then. Back in the olden days. Have any of you guys ever been on a picnic? You know what? I don't really go on picnics. It seems like an old-timey thing to do. Doesn't it? I don't know if I've ever actually been on a picnic. I mean, I guess I've gone to picnic grounds with relatives. But, you know, like usually you eat on like those benches and stuff. Like the bench, like the table, like the wooden tables. But like, have any of you ever gotten a blanket and eaten on a blanket in like a forest? And when's the last time you did that? Because you've been on picnics? I mean, if you're just counting like eating at like a picnic grounds, I guess it's kind of a little nitpicky kind of difference. But I'm talking about like the picture, like the cliche going like sitting on a blanket with just like a few people, not like a large group of people, but just like a few people, and having like a picnic basket. Like, how close has anyone gotten to that? With some broads? Some broads. That must have been in the olden times. Broads doesn't sound like picnic language. That sounds like lounge lizard language. Rat pack language. Not a blanket, but I have eaten in a forest. I mean, yeah, I've eaten in a forest too. Oh shit, what did she just say? Oh, she said she had no info, right? Oh shit, okay. What do I have? I guess I should stick with this then. Oh, you're going to a picnic, okay. Bad day for a picnic. Blue chip and growth stocks. Blue chip and growth stocks. I can use that. Can I use that info? Wait. Is that... Maybe this is an element of the game that I haven't been taking advantage of, but can I use that? Is this a blue chip or a growth stock? It is a growth stock. Okay, so maybe this is still good then. Let's just gamble on it. 'Cause that's all we can do. But I hope this works out and then I get a password. Multi-purpose blanket, if you know what I'm saying. No? Been in picnics but not in forests? Oh, it doesn't have to be in a forest, but if it's like a field of grass, that's a few dates. That's cool. Like, I've never actually done that on a date, like gone on a picnic. That seems cool. Raptor, what's up? Broad breads? Are you into broad breads? I prefer a narrow bread. A Ferrari. All right, let's get the Ferrari, I guess. Maybe it's a waste of money. Dude, all right, that's the password there. But I didn't see how I was gonna do on the last day. But it was actually a really good week. Like, almost every day I was in first, so it seems like this is good enough growth. Like, I think we can accept this. Especially if this is good. Let's see how this is. Especially... Oh, wait. Oh, what? We're not on the list. But it did seem like I made some money, though. Didn't it? Have I seen the bear? No. What's the bear? A couple times in a blanket, but not since you were a kid. I might have done it. I might have been taken on a picnic as a kid. The only thing I've done that's picnic-like is like doing family stuff with like a large group of people, going to like a park and eating like in a park on like picnic benches. But we've only in recent memory, we've only done that a couple times, and it's usually in a situation where we have large groups of family. So it's not at all like the conventional kind of cliche image of a couple of people sitting on a picnic blanket, especially like a date. I've never done that. It sounds like it'd be cool. I feel like I should try to do that. I'm gonna get a picnic basket. No. We need to say no one more time. Should be okay. Casual nature trails. Sounds nice. Hulu show, you should check it out. It's for Chicago and stuff. Wait, is it that one show? I might have. Is it the one about the cooks and stuff? The cooks? I might have been privy to like seeing a couple of episodes of that. Yeah, it's alright. I don't know. It seems well acted, but I don't know. So Crier, okay. Yeah, I just like, I don't know. You may as well just not bother. If there's something that's like very recent, some kind of TV show or movie, I'm not gonna like it. Don't even suggest it. I'm not gonna like it. Sorry. I just don't I don't like anything. I'm not capable of liking anything that's recent. Unless it's an anime, pretty much. My brain just won't allow me to like it. Like, my brain is, it's in protest right now, I think. Something. What did she say again? Crier, right? I believe it was Crier. Oops. To pay attention to what I'm doing. Done my fiance? Marry Connie instead? Dude, Connie's, I don't know. Even though she does lie to me sometimes, and sometimes she's useless, I still kind of like her. I kind of like Connie. I would marry her. I just like her jokes. I like a lady with a good sense of humor. You like it a lot because of the Chicago beef. I didn't really notice the Chicago aspect of it. I don't know if the Chicago thing necessarily is a big deal to me. So we were in first, so that should be good. Well, I will like of all the shows I've been forced to sit through that are recent, The Bear was one of the better ones. I didn't dislike it. I didn't hate it. Like, I didn't dislike it, and I thought that some parts of it were entertaining. Like, it's okay. And that's a ringing endorsement from me. But still, it didn't really draw me in either. I don't feel the need to like binge it or anything. This is like, it's fine. it feels a little bit on the negative side. Like, it feels like it's about, it wants to show people just kind of being assholes a lot for no reason. But it's also like, there's nothing particularly positive about it. Like, I don't, it's mostly like old stuff, which is cool. Yeah, but by old stuff though, the old stuff that I like is anything from like 2012 to 1930. So it's a very broad range of old stuff. That should give them a few more legs to stand on. Ha ha ha. How can you not love a woman with jokes like this? Centipede indeed. Centipede indeed. I love a good Connie. But I do. I'm getting more into old stuff than I used to. Like I'm more able to go back to older stuff than I used to be able to. You may as well not bother. If there's something that's like very recent, some kind of TV show or, you know, if there's one thing these quotes really impress upon my brain, it's that I say like way too much as like a verbal stutter. I'm beginning to make myself sick every time I see like in one of these quotes. I'm trying to say it less. But like, I seem to not be very successful yet. Really gotta work on that. It's bothering me. Around 2000s. Like, around 2000s... I honestly still think 2000 to 2010, both for TV and for movies, I think there's a lot of good stuff. I'd still rate it below the 90s, I guess, a little bit. But I still think there's a lot of good stuff. Quite honestly. Hey, King Kuma Gaming, what's up? Oh, how did I do there? It kind of seemed like I did bad. Wait, what? Oh no, I haven't gone yet. Wait, what happened? Oh no, that was just, I was doing the workout. Right. I hadn't actually gone yet. So now I click on the clock. Having trouble focusing. Well, it is late. I actually have made a little bit of progress at least. Seems decent. What do we have? Wait. I think we have the wrong one. Did I make anything? What do I have again? Centipede. Yeah, we didn't make anything on that. I feel like I should reset. What are we talking about? Oh, well, we were just talking about, I've got to work on saying less as well. There's nothing wrong with saying like. I don't think you overuse it. Oh, you think? I don't know. I don't know. When I go back and like watch video of me, I notice it more now, and it kind of bothers me. That's just like your opinion, man. Well, it's like it's like, and then it's like all the verbal little stutters that I do. I'm trying to. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to. Also, kinda as well. I'm trying to work on it a little bit. I don't know. I'm just trying to. Shit, I think I should reset. After that, yeah. I mean, so we still have like 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks of progress now. So at least we're off to a decent start. But I think I can do a little bit better than that. Zetox, you're still here. I thought you said you were leaving, but I'm glad you're still here, Zetox, because I love you. Oh, you're a fan of Flipside Comic? Hey, thanks, King Kuma. Oh yeah, so I mean, basically, we were just talking about how, like, somebody recommended a TV show to me that was like recent, and I was just telling them that like I kind of just, I'm almost incapable of liking anything new that's like a TV show or a movie that's from America, basically. If it's like Korean or If it's Korean or like Japanese, there's more of a. But I just want to watch older stuff now. Early 2000 had the post sitcom shit shows like skit shows like The Office and Tim and Eric. I never got into Tim and Eric, but I do really like The Office, both versions. I like both versions. Although The Office, like it goes downhill later on, I think. But I like the early Office a lot, especially the first season. Oh, thanks, King Kum. I appreciate the kind words. Well, thank you so much for joining. Shit, I got a password to enter. But I have surprisingly good chat right now for how late it is and how much checked out I thought everyone would be from this stupid game. Nothing to be self-conscious about? I appreciate the supportiveness, Skittles. Way less than most people. I don't know if that's really true, but if you say so. That's scary to think of. Go to Toastmasters. Yeah, Flipside fan. In case you don't know, I do a webcomic for a living. It's actually my job. This is a hobby. I wish this could be more of a supplemental income, but this is just a hobby right here. The real job is actually doing a graphic novel. And I do art streams more or less about once a month. It takes a while for Z-Tox to slowly exit. He's got it. I never left, but I am on the outs. Always Sunny. I never got into Always Sunny, but I never gave it a chance. Like, I think if I would have given it a chance, that's what I need to go back to, because I think I probably could have gotten into it. Basically, post-Seinfeld. Yeah, it did seem like that. Early 2000s anime is great. Now, anime is something that I never... So, anime is an exception. I like modern anime. It's mostly just, like, modern TV shows and movies, and there's a bunch of different reasons for it, like modern styles of soundtrack and writing and casting. There's like various things that just kind of converge to produce media that I just don't like reliably. And it's really recent too. But modern anime I like. I honestly don't think there is a bad decade for anime. Yet, in my opinion. Not that I have much experience with like the really old anime. You didn't really notice until I said something? Wow, Skittles. Well, I appreciate that, Skittles. I'll try to take that to heart. No, I do King Koom. I do that like about once a month. You wanna watch maybe season 8 or so? Yeah, there was a bunch of shows that were popular that, I watched a little bit of, and I liked, but I just didn't fully commit. Another one was Parks and Rec. Like, I liked The Office, and I watched a little bit of Parks and Rec, and I liked it, but I just never really committed to it. And then another one was 30 Rock. Like, I watched a few episodes of that, and I liked it, but I just never committed to it. I thought all of those shows were good. You only really see new shit ever because your wife forces it on you. Honestly, of all the stuff I've seen, The Bear does seem the least bad. I can see, like, it does seem... It's just, I have a little bit... Even with that, I have trouble getting into it because there's something about it that's, like, a little bit too negative. Not that I don't... I mean, I can like negative stuff, but... Well, I don't know. I don't know. 87 to 97 is the best anime, aside from Ghibli. Well, 87 and 97, those are strong years. I think early 80s has a lot of good stuff as well, probably. I think that some of my favorite anime might be early 80s. But, yeah, a lot of that stuff is really strong, aside from Ghibli. I really like a lot of modern anime. I do. I've gotten into... I like the isekai stuff. I like... Some of it is shit, but there's enough of it that's really good. And then another recent trend, it's not that recent, but somewhat recent trend in anime and manga is all the Game of Death stuff. I love that stuff. I love all the high stakes game anime or games of death or like weird, like making things into games. All of that stuff is, well, not all of it, but a lot of that stuff is awesome. That's like become one of my favorite genres. And then it's kind of crossed over into games with stuff like Danganronpa and the Zero Escape series, which I know some of you in the chat like as well. But that's some of my favorite stuff. The really cool thing about 80s anime, the best thing about 80s and 70s and like going is the fact that it's all hand drawn. Well, the 80s is probably the epitome of hand drawn, like the convergence of like some of the coolest fully hand drawn stuff. When it went digital, it kind of lost that sort of feeling, but it gained other stuff, I think. But I do still love. And then the hardcore, the hard-boiled stuff and the cyberpunk stuff from the 80s and early 90s is amazing. Dude, that stuff's all awesome and sick. But I think there's new stuff that's awesome in its own way and sick too. But, you know, Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul is one that I actually watch. That's a relatively new show that I do like. That's an exception. But Better Call Saul has been around since like the mid-2010s. So, well, I don't know. It started right, like, when it started, I still wasn't hating everything. And I still haven't seen the latest season. I really like it up to season 4. It's very strong in the negative department. Yeah, and that rubs me the wrong way a little bit. That kind of feels like that's true of a lot of stuff as well. You watched 2 seasons of Clannad? I haven't watched Clannad. We were getting really derailed last night on Anime Talk, and like to the point where I had to turn the game off. I'm gonna try to not do that. I want to try. At least I've made a little bit of progress today. It's all just Battle Royale. Yeah, but you say that like it's a bad thing. That's awesome, Red Mages. Why is that bad? Battle Royale, I agree. Battle Royale is like one of the progenitors. But Battle Royale is there's room for about 20 more Battle Royales. You know, honestly, there is stuff that has come out since then that is better than Battle Royale. Like, Battle Royale is great, but the sequel was not that great. And stuff like the Hunger Games is kind of, where it's just like a blatant copy is not that good. But a lot of the Game of Death stuff, like Kaiji and Liar Game, I'm talking about, and all this stuff, No Game, No Life, is really different from Battle Royale. Because the main thing that's interesting about Battle Royale is the fact that they're all kids. But there's a lot of different stuff that they do. There's so much you can do with just the idea of like high stakes games as being like the central drama element. There's so much good stuff. I'm telling you gotta just... there's a manga that doesn't have an anime called Usogui that's just like unbelievably amazing. Oh, I love Ranma Half too. I agree, I love Ranma Half. Oh shit, I clicked the wrong thing. Alright, I'm definitely getting a little bit derailed by the anime talk, but that's okay. That's fine. It's the streamer's job to try to do both things. He felt like it could never be surpassed. Yeah, Ghost in the Shell is really... Yeah, well, I mean, some people really like have you seen the TV show? The TV show I couldn't quite get into as much as the movie, but I think it's cool in its own way. The movie is... I haven't seen the movie in a long time. Of all the, you know, I guess of the original kind of cyberpunk anime, I would still put Akira over Ghost of the Shell, probably, though. But Ghost of the Shell is really good, too. Oh, you just said the same thing. Yeah, I agree. I think Akira is more visually impressive. Also, I mean, Akira is kind of it's unfortunate that it cuts out so much from the manga. I love the Akira manga. The Akira manga is brilliant. Like, it's amazing if you haven't... And a lot of people haven't read it. It has so much more detail than the movie. You really lose out on a lot on the movie.
But it's okay because the movie is an astonishing visual feast. It's like visually, it's one of the most amazing movies of all time. But you know, I mean, a lot of the stuff they do in modern anime is still visually really striking. The thing about modern anime is that it uses digital stuff and computer generated stuff a lot more liberally, but it's pretty good about using it in ways that don't stand out as looking bad. Like, it's really good at blending all those things kind of seamlessly. Like, it's hand-drawn stuff with computer stuff for especially in movies. And also, like, in terms of stuff like color composition and artistry, like, the modern stuff is extremely good. Like, Satoshi Kon movies are extremely good. I forget the dude's name, but whoever is the guy that who did the Your Name movie, all of his movies are visually amazing too. Just kind of in a different way from that classic stuff like Akira. So, Anime Talk is greater than Wall Street Kid. I agree. I don't dislike this game, but I fully agree with that. Anime Talk is greater than a lot of things, dude. And I'd rather talk about anime than how much I don't like modern TV shows. Because you guys are sick about hearing about that. Dude, Akira is incredible. Can't talk. The Akira manga epic set is your treasure. Dude, so you know how amazing that, dude, that's an amazing manga. That's like one of the best manga. It's such an amazing, like, it's still an adventure thrill ride, but it goes into so much more depth and like world building than the original one. I mean, than the movie, which is understandable because it's a movie. They can only do so much. With camera movement, yeah, that's something that Japanese animation has like been really, like, utilizing cinematic techniques in animation is something that, you know, anime has been at the forefront of, and it's funny how even to this day, like, American stuff barely scratches the surface. So much American, even like Pixar stuff, for the most part, tends to just kind of just put the camera down and just have stuff happen in front of it. Well, that might be a little unfair, but because even the computer generated stuff where they could be doing more of that, they don't as much. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I just haven't noticed. I could be wrong about that. I don't know. I do actually love Pixar movies as well, but everything is an art in Japan. Yeah. Could be. I'm not gonna go on a manga anime tangent like last night. Yeah, Skittles. I got sucked. You're right, Skittles. I got sucked back in. They keep pulling me back in! You know what I'm saying, Skittles? Oh, I'm gonna try to make a little bit more progress. This conversation is good. When you're on a stream and the people just suddenly feel like talking about something, you gotta go with the flow, you know? You can't help it. It's just how streams are. You can't fight it. Well, even you like anime a little bit, Skittles. I don't know if it's solely because of me, but like, and I've gotten you to watch a couple anime. Well, you probably were watching anime before, but you're not a big anime guy. It's better than if we were talking about Star Trek, right? Or no, yeah, wait. Well, no, that's... I'm probably getting you... No, do you like Star Trek? I don't know. It's Demo. Demo is the person who hates when we tangent into Star Trek. Yeah, you're just more casual about it. Yeah. Well, I've always watched anime, but I went through long periods of time where I don't really watch that much. And recently I've been getting back into it kind of in a big way. Maybe to kind of supplement the stuff that I weeded out of my entertainment diet. Alright. Let's see if Connie is not lying to us this time. Crier for a start. Don Bluth Animation versus Game Boy Dragon's Lair. I've never been the biggest fan of American animation in general, but I do really like some Don Bluth animation. I don't care for that much, I guess. But I will say, there's something about the animation in Dragon's Lair, the game in particular, that I really love. And I've grown into a bigger fan of like Bakshi over the years. I hope I'm saying his name right. I say his name wrong. Dude, what did she say it was again? Oh shit, she said Crier, right? Yeah, she said Crier. Why? Yeah. Oh yeah, so you're just like me. But I'm not alone. Like, that's just preaching to the choir. Like, I think most people here are not big new Trek fans. They were brilliant. They were both brilliant. Come on. Give me some more examples of Bluth again that are brilliant, Z-Talks, because maybe I'm just forgetting them. Because honestly, I don't know. I do love Bakshi. I love the Rankin Bass Hobbit. I also like the Secret of what is that? The unicorn one? Like that too. Oh, Secret. I was just thinking about American Tail the other day. Oh, Crier was right. That's good news. Yeah. Well, Wizards is Bakshi. Dude, Secret of both of those movies. Well, I've never seen American Tail, but I was just thinking about it, like, because somebody mentioned Fievel Goes West, and I was thinking, like, I wonder if I would like that. For some reason, I just never saw it as a kid. Secret of NIMH I saw when I was really young, and I remember thinking that it was scary. And usually when that's the case, that means when I go back to watch it now, I probably love it. Yeah, okay, you're right. Wizards, you think? That's legit. That's valid. But my personal favorite is The Lord of the Rings. I love that Lord of the Rings movie. But yeah, I think that's fair to say that Wizards is his masterwork. Sure. All of them are good. I really need to rewatch Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice seems like a pretty sick movie. Okay, so where am I? I need to talk to Connie again, right? Centipede. A few more legs to stand on. Hopefully that's correct. No, you know what? You might be right. You might be right, Z-Talks. Those are good enough examples. I don't know. I wonder if I would like American Tail. I bet I would. NIMH still holds up. I bet it does. Scary as shit. That's why it's so good. That's the kind of thing I love now. I love stuff that was scary to me as a kid. Like Superman 3. Which is a dumb example, but something about it. Do you like Crumb at all? What? Wait, what is Crumb again? Fritz the Cat was pretty good? I like Fritz the Cat. That one I have actually watched recently. Fritz the Cat it's a super interesting movie to go back and watch now. Because like it really captures the essence of the time. And I love how just insanely out of control it is. It's actually rated X. Like, it's an insane movie, and that's good. No, I would say I love Fritz the Cat, actually. Okay, so do this. Skittles likes that quote. You know, also, it's not only these guys. But you know what else I also like? I think I'm sort of discovering is that I like older Disney movies too. Older Disney movies I think are very good. Because I rewatched 101 Dalmatians. I rewatched that. I really liked it. That's like, I think it might be something about like 70s and like maybe early 80s. I don't know. Like the ones that are like pre-80s especially. I also rewatched Alice in Wonderland, and that still holds, like, it's, I don't know, it's just Peter Pan. I bet I would still love all of those. Robin Hood is super cool. Sword in the Stone? Yeah. I really want to rewatch, you know another one, speaking of movies that are scary for kids, I really want to rewatch Black Cauldron. Because that movie, like, kind of fascinated me as a kid. Wait. Did I have Crier? What the fuck? Was Connie wrong? What the fuck did I have? Oh, don't go on a hike. Oh, I did have Crier. Okay, so that must have been good. Alright. Let's keep it up then. Don't go on a hike. Alright, we'll keep the same one. Go shopping. Sword in the Stone is so narrated. Sword in the Stone is one I haven't seen in a long time. But I still have... I mean, the thing that I guess everybody always remembers from Sword of the Stone... I was gonna say I still have, like, some potent memories. But, like, the only thing that really stands out is, like, the wizard battle. I think that's the thing that everybody remembers from Sword in the Stone. I can't remember that much else about the movie except for the wizard battle. But I mean, the wizard battle was awesome. I feel like growing up, I undervalued all of those movies a lot. And some of the 90s Disney stuff, I think I probably still like as well. But, I don't know, it's kind of a different feel, though. I really liked Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin. I think I still really like Aladdin a lot. And, you know, I know somebody who, has an unbelievable love for the Lion King movie. Which I don't quite feel myself. That, like, after that, like, I don't know. Disney after that, when it kind of gets into, like, its big musical, like, modern musical phase, it's a little bit more hit and miss for me. I don't know. Plus... there's just something about the older Disney movies with, like, the older kind of more 70s feel. Where stuff is kind of more spaced out. Like, they have this very weirdly more adult feeling because it's like made for people with higher attention spans. In a way, if you know what I mean. So maybe that's the thing that feels like it's missing from Disney ever since the 90s. I don't know. But and 70s was also like that was the decade of like amazing film. So like I feel like it affected but I think I like the older stuff too. I don't know. I should watch more of it, but I say that about everything. There's too many things I need to watch more of. And too many video games I need to play more of. There's just too much stuff. I don't have time to watch new stuff because there's too much old stuff that's good. Do I still have Crier? I still have Crier, right? Okay, so this is good. This is very good. Wait! I forgot to buy stocks, I think. Wait. Stocks 59,000. What is going on? How do I bought the wrong amount. I fucked up really bad. I left most of my money on the table. I bought the wrong amount. Dude, it's useless. Like, we weren't making any money. I thought something was weird. I thought I wasn't making money. Because distracted by anime. Now animation talk. Oh, well. The perils of streaming. Especially late at night. Yeah, let's try a little bit more. changing the Peter Pan ride at Disneyland to some up shit. That's too bad. But I mean, I was just at Disneyland recently, and I don't know, some of those old rides, like I think the Peter Pan ride was one of those rides. Those are, I don't know, a lot of those rides are kind of lame because it's, well, I don't know. No, maybe I take that back. It's just kind of like a cart ride, and there's just stuff that kind of pops up. I don't know. I might not be that broken up about it. Except, you know, the problem is they're going to replace it with these new rides where it's like VR stuff and you wear the goggles and like stuff is popping up, but it's virtual. I think I don't really care for those that much, I've discovered. I especially hate the rides where you're just on a chair and it just kind of rocks you back and forth to simulate movement and you're watching a screen and it's like a fake roller coaster. Or in the case of like Harry Potter, like you're flying. There was the ride like at Universal Studios, but Universal Studios has a lot of rides like that now. And I think they suck. I don't like fake rides. I like real rides. Distinct segments of Arthur being different animals. Squirrel, fish, and then a bird. Oh. You watch Nim, you may not hand over your anime card. It's so good. I mean, I can still like both. I'm going to probably like both Detox. I can have multiple cards. I can fit them into my wallet. Well, actually, I use a money clip these days, but I can fit them there too. Yeah, sorry, Priscilla. Winnie the Pooh ride is wild. I'm trying to remember if I went on that one. Yeah, I just don't like the virtual rides. I mean, so if you've ever been to Universal Studios, the Simpsons ride is like, it's really cool. It's one of those fake roller coasters as well. It is really cool, especially the lead up to the ride is really cool. But the actual ride itself, I mean, and also another problem with those is they make me sick. That's a problem. Motion sickness happens because what you're... I used to not know this. Motion sickness happens because what you're seeing doesn't match with what you're feeling. And because of that, your brain is tricked into thinking you're sick. And that's why you get nauseous and throw up, because your brain is trying to expel toxin, supposedly. So that's why they say, if you're like on a ride where they're spinning you around or something like that, your best bet is just to keep your eyes forward, because, or if you're driving and or if you're in a vehicle and you're prone to motion sickness, your best bet is to try to eyes forward. Do not close your eyes, which I used to do. It's the worst thing you can do. Like, eyes forward and try to just become one with the movement as much as you can. And that's exactly why if you're driving, like if you get motion sick in a car, you tend to not get motion sick when you're actually driving, because you feel more at one with the motion if you're actually the one controlling the car. Why would anyone go to Florida if not for tourism? Been to Florida twice, but never went to get leprosy. Is hurricane depressed sandbar? They got key lime pie, Zetox. I don't know the weather. I don't know. The weather seems kind of nice. I don't really go to Florida that much, but I would if there were good conventions to go there. I went to Florida for an anime convention like about a decade ago, and it wasn't very good. It's kind of expensive to go there. It's hard to drive there from Chicago, so it's a tougher one to go to. But did the keys count? Yeah, of course they count. There's crocodiles. They've got a lot of interesting bugs. I would go to Florida. I don't know. I don't have a problem with Florida. I would go there more often, but it's just like it's too far and I don't really have a reason to. That reminds me, like, when the niece and nephew come over, one of our big in-jokes with my niece and nephew is somebody told them about Florida Man, and they went crazy, and one of their favorite things is, well, I want to overstate it, but one recurring thing they like to do is they like to go into Florida Man mode, and what that entails is they run around the house crazily yelling, "Florida Man, Florida Man." It's very funny. It's very good. It also depends on the person. It's like an inner ear thing. Some people are more vulnerable to than others. But yeah, being on your Game Boy is not good unless you're just kind of resistant to it. North-south across Illinois. I mean, for me, that's not a big deal. Like, last month, I drove about 100 hours. I just came back from, like, Houston, Texas. That was a 32-hour round trip. No. You get it? You had a lot of old people in Florida. They love to go retire. Yeah, my grandma... one of my grandmas spent some time retiring in Florida, but she eventually came back to Chicago to be around family. Alright, Connie. Let's just try to make one more week of progress here. And not fuck up in some really dumb way. Last time it was Crier, I feel like it was 3 weeks in a row. Let's hope that that holds true. Sawgrass? Oh, yeah. Biggest Christian cross ever on Southern Illinois? Nope. I was not aware of that. How big is it? Some super church? That sounds kind of cool. Not a big church goer, but that sounds pretty cool. I would go look at it. Alright, we're in first. That's good. The in-jokes. Alright. 350 feet tall. Wow. That sounds quite tall. Centipede. I'm getting a little tired, but I really want to make more progress. That's actually, you know, Raptor, that does sound cool. Some people probably would think that's dumb, but I kind of like the idea of playing portable games in scenic settings. I kind of like that idea. Although, you know, I would also enjoy going to a beach just to do normal things like walk and swim as well. But you can play a video game at the beach. Stonks. Wait, was I given wrong information? It's still Crier. Fuck, dude. Did Connie lie to me? Connie lied to me. Or was that actually a negative tip and I didn't read it properly? I lost money. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I lost money there. No good. those early Switch advertisements. I forgot about those. It's not like those weren't good ideas. The only reason we don't do those things, like take our Switch to the beach, is just because nobody goes outside anymore. Like, oh man, I got this awesome portable system. I can't wait to do nothing but play it in my home. I do bring my Switch outside quite often, although lately I haven't really been playing too much portable gaming. I haven't been playing too much Switch. I mean, I haven't had time. Like, all the conventions I've been doing, I've had to focus on keeping up with the comic and stuff like that. And I like watching occasional anime here and there. I've got so many movies I want to catch up with. I've been feeling this strong desire recently to marathon all the Rambo movies. There's a bunch of I haven't seen any of the Rambo movies in a long time, actually. And I need to see them all again. Maybe even Rambo 5, which I've never seen. And yet I haven't found the time. I did marathon all the Indiana Jones movies recently, and that was pretty good. I enjoyed that. Especially the first 3. Between the basketball game, kids. Oh, I definitely played a lot of Switch when I was on the plane going to Japan for 18 hours. No question about that. Although I might have actually spent more time just watching movies. I watched a ton of movies. Tried to watch some movies in Japanese. I think my Japanese listening comprehension is getting a little bit better, but it's still really hard. First Blood, yeah, First Blood is amazing. First Blood Part 2 is awesome. Also, a much sillier movie, but it's so entertaining. It's such entertaining, perfect 80s, campy, action fun. It's the kind of movie that you just can't get anymore. It's so good. And then, like, Rambo 3, people don't really like that much, but I don't know. I feel like, I'm not sure how I feel like it's been so long. I need to rewatch. I feel like I probably would enjoy it. Rambo 4, I remember I saw when it was in theaters. That wasn't that long ago. I think that might have only been like 10 or 12 years ago. Rambo 4. And I actually thought it was really good. And it got good reviews too. Nobody liked Rambo 5 though. And I haven't seen that. I have no idea what I would think. It is recent. It's a video game. So what you're saying, Zetox, is you absolutely fell in love with it. I get it. Zetox, what's your feelings on NES Rambo? The Zelda 2 clone. I'm a big fan of Zelda 2 clone style Rambo. That's a good one. You play some of those other Rambo games though. Like the Rambo that's a Zelda clone. I need to play some of that stuff. Alright. Okay. It's been I'm just gonna guess that it's Crier. I'm just gonna make a bold guess that it is Crier. Since it has been off of this password, it's been Crier a lot. So let's just make a bold guess. Get Stockholm's from NES Rambo, maybe someday. There's no need for Stockholm's. By the way, Stockholm's basically a myth. doesn't really exist. And I feel I've thought about that a little bit. The whole idea of Stockholms is, if you think about it, like what Stockholms would actually be, it's like it's captors falling, like it's captors growing to like their kidnappers, right? So, but like if you think about it, it's kind of like in movies, the way it's portrayed is that they the kidnappers let their guard down and they see their humanity and they like are able to bond or whatever, or they unite about something, like the classic Dog Day Afternoon scenario. Isn't that, if you and then if you apply that to video games, isn't that just basically like saying, at first I didn't like the game, but then I was open-minded and I saw that the game actually was good. That's what Stockholm Syndrome should mean. In regards to, if you're saying you have Stockholm Syndrome about a game, what you're really saying is, I stopped being pig-headed. Well, no. The game was holding you hostage. So you had an understandable negative reaction. But then you opened your mind. And you realized the game actually was good on the inside. That's what it's really saying. The truth is that the game is good. The truth, in other words, Zetox, what you're saying is that Rambo, in truth, is good. And you just need to realize it. What would you call growing to love Dragon's Lair? I'm not there yet. I like the arcade game. I don't know if the NES game is one that I can actually like or not. I've never actually tried playing it. Some games are made to punish you. You think so? I'm getting lost. What am I doing? Dude, I completely... Wait. Where... I got distracted. So, Crier... Yeah, oh, okay. And then we should probably do this. NES Dragon's Lair? It's hard to find people that like NES Dragon's Lair. I'm not one of them, but I've never really tried it. It doesn't look like a game I would like that much. But you never know. I do try to keep an open mind. I tend to like older games and older game design. Dragon's Lair, though, there's a rumor, or maybe it's an urban myth, that Dragon's Lair on NES is actually slowed down for some reason, for some technical reason. Like the game is actually on purpose playing at a slower speed than it was originally designed or programmed, right? I think that might be true as well. It might not even be an urban myth. I feel like that might be true. Bordering on infuriating. It might not even be Hey, Bottle, what's up? First time chat. Well, there's a lot of, like, maligned NES games that I think are secretly good. I like Deadly Towers. I like, what are some other ones? Some games that a lot of people like Battletoads, a lot of people like to say are bad. But those people tend to not be like NES fans. Like some people say that some people don't like Battle of Olympus. There's a lot of NES games that people will find reasons to not like. And there's some games that people don't like, I find reasons to like. Some games like X-Men, I can't extract fun out of at all. There's some games like Friday the 13th that I think are actually secretly pretty good, if people kind of give them a chance. I don't know. There's a lot of NES games that I like. But I don't know about Dragon's Lair. I don't know if I would like it or not. What happened there? Did I get it? Was it Crier? Oh, they're in second? That's good enough. She lied about Centipede before. Should I just ignore her? I'm gonna just fucking ignore her. Let's see what happens. It's gonna be fucking Centipede, though. Now I'm in fourth anyway. She was lying, but also I didn't do well, so reset again. Alright, we're having, I got through the second week pretty fast, but this third week, I just can't seem to do well. I'm pretty sure it's intentionally terrible. No. It actually might be intentionally terrible on purpose. Well, I mean, I don't think they intentionally set out to make a terrible game. But for whatever reason, technical limitate, it is slower because of PAL devs not wanting it to be faster. Yeah, so there you go. It's a technical thing. Oh, what? Oh, Dragon's Lair, you think, is oddly addicting? I agree. I think Battletoads is challenging in a very good way. But some people do not think so. I think Friday and Nightmare are both good. I especially really like Nightmare. I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street, the platforming can be a little bit slippery. And if you try to play multiplayer, especially with 4 people, it can be very chaotic. But that's even true of the modern 4-player Mario, so that's not really a fault of the game. The fact that you can play 4-player at all is pretty insane. And I got a chance to actually play 4-player Nightmare on Elm Street, like all the way through at HDQ, and it was super fun. But even in 1-player, I think Nightmare on Elm Street is a pretty darn fun game. It's got amazing music. I like it. I like it a lot. I played through it. I've played through it on stream before. And Nightmare on Friday the 13th, I only kind of just recently kind of learned how to play. It's definitely a very weird, obtuse game. I did not like it when I rented it as a kid. I didn't get it. But once I got it, I started to feel myself really enjoying the game. So I think with Friday the 13th, there's just certain things about the game you kind of have to just get. Yeah. And it's just really simple things like, it helps a lot if you have maps of those mazes, or you kind of know a route through the mazes and you know where you can get medicines. That's one thing, the forest mazes. It helps a lot if you understand the weapons, like what you should be looking for. If you the clues, there's like a specific order to clues and they mean specific things, and like I'm trying to remember, but there's some randomness to it, but if specific clues come up, you really want to go for the torch, I think, the second best weapon. The machete is kind of not worth it, because it just takes too much time. Even though it is a really cool aspect of the game that you can go hunt down Jason's mother and fight her severed head and then get like the best weapon. Well, you don't always get it depends on the day you fight her. Actually, no, I guess it is worth fighting her. She gives you like a straight up weapon upgrade over whatever you have, right? So it depends on what weapon you have. I think she's the only way to get the machete. But the other thing about the game is that fighting Jason indoors is not really what you want to do. It's much more advantageous to fight him outdoors, especially in the third wave. So there's just things you got to learn about the game. Like actually, like balancing saving the kids with like getting stuff done that you need to get done it's pretty fun once you kind of get the hang of it, and it's very unique. It's just not a very intuitive game, you know? One of those kind of games. Like, back in the NES days, people were... And even then, I think a lot of people didn't get Friday the 13th. But people were also more patient with obtuse games. They were more willing to, like, figure things out. Whereas these days, we're so heavily trained to expect everything to be spoon-fed, even in, like, subtle ways, that we don't have the patience. But also, you know... People have this attitude that, like, the game should explain everything. But, I mean, it's okay to just, like, either look at a guide. If you don't understand the game, but you think it might have some appeal, I've played games where I've looked at a guide to understand certain things, or certain things are explained to me, and it just helps you enjoy the game more. It's not such a bad thing if a game is like that. Can the internet be done saying Castlevania games are super hard? You find them very fair compared to a ton of games. Well, they're like Dark Souls in that they're hard relative to modern games, especially modern platformers. But compared to NES platformers, I'd say they're maybe upper tier. Castlevania 3, the American version, I do think is quite hard. It depends on the game. Like Castlevania 4, I don't think is... I think that's mid-tier at most. It depends on the Castlevania game. Like Bloodlines is not really that hard, but it has that fucked up thing with the passwords. With limited continues on a password, so you have to grind each stage until you get a good password before you keep going forward. But you kind of want to do that. So that kind of makes it very unintuitive for people to play. Like, Rondo is not that hard. Rondo's kind of on the easy side. Castlevania 2 is actually very easy if you know where to go. Castlevania 1 is, it's not that hard up until, but it's really just the last two bosses that are kind of insane. If you don't know the tricks, then if you don't know the trick to the Grim Reaper is very hard. And Dracula, the thing about Castlevania 1 is that Dracula fight is completely fucked on emulator because he spawns underneath you and you have so little leeway to move out of the way. If you're playing on emulator, the slightest bit of input is kind of like the Mike Tyson fight. The slightest bit of input delay makes it so that you just do not have enough time to react. So I think that the Dracula fight on emulator is particularly much harder. I think it's a really hard fight on emulator. I will. Otherwise, Castlevania 1 is not that hard of a game. I agree. I don't know if you agree with that. But yeah, I mean, they're not the hardest games, but some of them are, like Castlevania 3 is like upper tier difficulty, maybe. Yeah, that too. Red Mages. But also, we were just more patient. Like, let's be honest. Probably a lot more kids and people in general have lower attention spans than they did back then because we were trained to. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have everything at our fingertips. We didn't constantly have... With a cell phone, you never have to be bored. Like, in those days, you had to deal with boredom because you didn't have constant entertainment everywhere. So it's not only the hard-earned money thing. Like, the attention span thing is like a real difference, I feel. So I guess a lot of the reasons why modern games are designed differently is because they're designed because people are that way, but it's also a circular... It's like a vicious circle kind of thing. Alright, I'll try it, Connie, I guess. Yeah, exactly, Red. I mean, think about it, Red Mages. It's the times are very different, and growing up in that sort of environment is a huge change from how things were back then. But I mean, if you grew up in, it's a little bit different if you grew up in those days, but you kind of are adjusting to how things are now. I feel like, everybody kind of had their attention span were affected, but it's different the younger you are, I think. You disagree, but only because you were bad at Castlevania? It's all relative. Bottle Botto. So if you're that's why I made the point. Compared to modern platformers, Castlevania is very hard. It's just like with Dark Souls. But we were more talking about comparing it to other NES games. Compared to other NES games, I don't think Castlevania 1 is that hard. But 3, I think, is still kind of up there. The American version. I think it's cool to have that kind of determination, Zetox. Wait. Okay, so she said... Wait, did I talk to Connie? Oh, fuck. I'm getting lost. I'm losing the plot again. I don't remember if she said anything. Yeah, okay, whatever. 23 minutes? Wow. Every game is at your fingertips, and like all media is at your fingertips, and social media is at your fingertips at your phone, and it's super addictive. The first Gradius? I don't know if the first Gradius is actually harder than Castlevania 3, though. I don't know. I might not agree with that. I don't think the first Gradius is actually the... I don't know. It wasn't... The first Gradius wasn't that bad for me. Oh, you can skip that? What the fuck? Oh shit, but that's the beginning of the game, no. I've been pressing the button to scroll through that text the whole time. Fucking skip that. Oh my god. Alright, wish I had known that. We are all different. Well, the first Gradius it's very much down to once you get fully powered up, can you just maintain your power-ups? You just don't want to lose them in the final levels. But it is a shorter game, so it's kind of easy. I think the first Gradius, one thing that makes it not as bad is it's shorter, so there's less to learn and memorize. And it's really just those final couple of levels that can be brutal. But it just really comes down to, like, can you just not make a mistake? It's really hard, no doubt. But if you sit there and you grind Gradius for like 3 or 4 hours, which is not nothing, but I think by that point, you probably have the last couple levels learned enough that you're going to get through sooner or later with full power-ups. You know what I mean? Well, like Castlevania 3, I think you can't forget. Like, that game is pretty brutal. Especially on certain routes. Because the final level, like, they don't even give you a checkpoint at Dracula. You have to play through the final level every time to get to Dracula. The Dracula fight is pretty difficult. He's got 3 forms, and it depends on your... Like, if you get to him with Sifa, or to a certain extent Grant as your partner, it does mitigate things a lot, but if you're using Trevor, I think that final fight is quite difficult. And the fact that you have to play through that level every time. And there's certain levels, if you take the lower route in Castlevania 3, that I think are pretty insanely brutal. I don't know. I think it's a really hard game. And it's kind of longer. Upper route in CV3. The upper route in CV3 is the easy route, especially if you take Sifa. Yeah. Yeah, it's true if you do that route. I guess it's not really that bad. It does depend a lot on what route you take. Yeah, so if you think about it that way, it's kind of like the different routes are like different difficulty levels. Kind of. So yeah, so in the easy axe spam on Dracula, no problem. I don't know about that. No, I mean, you have to be dodging like all that shit throughout 3 forms though, and you can only take like 4 hits as most of the characters. Plus, at a certain point you have to like not get knocked off the platform or it's insta-death. I mean, the actual forms are not as fucked up as fighting Dracula on Castlevania 1 on an emulator, but Sifa is a beast. Grant has great skips, yeah. I don't know, it's hard to say. I think that and you have to also remember how overtuned the difficulty is in the American version. I mean, you might... I don't know. Do you play the American version or the Japanese version? The Japanese version is a whole different ball game. It's way easier. It's way easier. Well, I played the American version. It's for men. It's for true vampire hunters. There you... Oh, okay. Konami hated us? They didn't hate us, Zetox. It's just tough love. How could they have hated us if they created like such a good video game with amazing music and visuals that's super fun to play through? Seems like the plot Alex Trebek made for Starcade was taken down. The pilot? Wait, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, it's after one. You know, it's... Okay. Let me just actually focus here on not fucking up. And let me just give this one more shot. But I probably should really go to bed, I guess. Is she lying about Centipede again? Man, she's never right about Centipede. But I guess we'll just... fucking try it. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, fair. Man, I wish I wouldn't have fucked up that one time when I bought the wrong amount of stocks. Because, like, if I hadn't fucked that up, I was getting all the right... I was getting all the stocks correct. I would have done it. Like, I would have gotten through then. We're still early in the game. But I just want to optimize as much as I can. I might... Once I get later in the game, I might optimize a bit less. $12,000. That was definitely wrong. Okay, she just always lies about Centipede. That's like the 4th time she's lied about Centipede. I'm never gonna invest in Centipede again. Fuck Centipede. Centipede can just go to hell. What kind of a fucking company is named after an insect with 100 legs anyway? That's stupid. They should go out of business. That's what I think about Centipede. What is Centipede? Hey, Mr. Leo, you showed up just in the nick of time. I might have been quitting this game soon. I made a little bit of progress, Mr. Leo. We're on the 3rd week now. But I've been resetting this week a lot. Kind of got bogged down in a little bit of anime discussion again. But then we transitioned to animation talk, and then now we're talking about game difficulty, I guess? Alright, Red Mages, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. See ya. And I would want to be ya. Hey, at least I could impress Mr. Leo with my dedication to this game. I got that going for me. A lot of animation talk. Yeah, we haven't had American animation talk in a while. That's pretty refreshing. Well, that was basically triggered by, like, Dragon Lair. And mentioning Don Bluth. I didn't realize that I liked Don Bluth. Like, I need to go back and watch Secret of Nim and American Tail. Because maybe I like Don Bluth more than I thought I did. Don Bluth. He's got a cool name. LaZero. What's tougher, Castlevania 3 or this game? I'm gonna still go with Castlevania 3, I think. This game is pretty tough. Oh yeah, you're right about that, Miss Julia. Me neither. That's one I really need to rewatch. Yeah. That's exactly what I said. Those are the two guys that well, and then you know, and then Rankin Bass, and then I like the classic Disney stuff too. I think you might be right about that, Zetox. I bet I will agree when I watch it. I feel like I will agree. You know, my first exposure to Secret of Nim was the Secret of Nim board game. I had the board game before I saw the movie. So I remember having the board game, and it was like it's a very simple board game where you go like across a linear path, and then at intervals there'd be hazards from the movie. So like, I don't remember exactly, but like one of them would be like tractor, and then one of them would be like evil cat. But the thing is that they looked scary on the board game. I remember like thinking, whoa, those things look kind of scary, because I was probably like 6 or something. And then I finally saw the movie, and it was like, oh, it was cool to see, oh, this is what all this stuff is from the Secret of Nim board game. So that's where the tractor comes into play. I haven't seen Transformers the movie in a long time either. That's got like a classic 80s theme song. Alright, Connie has been relentlessly lying to me. I've got to learn from my mistakes here. Alright, Crier. So Crier is one of the ones that has been working. So we're going to trust her on that. When she recommends Centipede, it's always a lie. Brave Little Toaster, now that I don't know. Oh, 101 Dalmatians. That is one that I rewatched recently, and I was shocked at how much I liked it. It's so much cooler, and like, I actually think more adult than I remembered it being. No, I love it too. I don't know to what extent, like to how it compares for me to the other ones that were made around that time, because I haven't seen a lot of them in a while. But dude, 100 Dalmatians is super, super good. Something about the way the story is told, and like how, I don't know, like the voice acting is really good. The Cruella de Vil is actually like a pretty cool villain as well, because like she's almost seems recognizable as like a real person in a way. All right, 32,000. That seems fine. Your theme song is awesome. Alright, I feel like Crier was often staying in first, like 2 or 3 times in a row, so we'll just stick with Crier. Yeah, that's true, Zetox. The art style was very appealing. We did have some quotes. Oh, I made 42,000. That was really good. Dude, Crier held fast. It's very good. Dude, fuck off. She's recommending Centipede. She can just go to hell. I'm sticking with fucking Crier. I'm sticking. Oh, I made like 60,000. That was so good. That was unbelievably good. I made so much money there. By ignoring Connie, I made so much money. Okay, don't go hiking. Noted. Now what? Alright, I feel like this will be a legit tip. Wait. No, this is negative. That's a negative. A rate increase, that's a negative. Oh shit, what do we... Dude, what do we do? It's not A&T. Is it gonna be... It can't be Crier for a 4th week in a row, can it? Speculative and growth stocks climb. Speculative and growth stocks climb. Let me just check the info. Crier. It's speculative. I guess I'll stick with it for a 4th time. What else am I gonna do? Yeah, Superman 3 was the one with Richard Pryor. Yeah, the scene that stands out for me was like the supercomputer that he built. Like, it takes people over. There's this one scene where, like, the supercomputer, like, all these wires come out and grab this lady, and then it sucks her in, and it converts her to, like, a robot. And it does almost seem like something that could be out of a horror movie. Like, it did legit scare me. Also, like, the way she moaned in the... Like, she was like, "Arr!" Like, she sounded scary. Oh, I'm working on Miss Ilya. I'm trying. Yeah, building suspense, that's right. Even if this is not ideal, I don't want to reload here because I've been doing so well to this point. I still made 50,000. It was still good. That was still good. Even though I'm only in 3rd this time, that was still pretty good. Okay, so no swimming. No swimming, got it. Now we need a legit tip. It can't be Crier 5 times in a row. What? Damn it, Connie, you f***ing... I had like an art meetup to go to, so... I wanted to get a little bit of progress in this game. I guess I'll switch to... It can't... Crier's on its way down. I gotta switch. Let's go to Fireman's Fun then, I suppose. I'm gonna have to just do that. Even if this doesn't work out, I've done so well the past 4 turns that there's no way I'm gonna reset now. I'm already at 1 million. Come on, but just pray for good luck, though. Come on, good luck. We got this. There's the password. Well, I'm gonna definitely keep this password no matter what, even if I make nothing here. Because I did so well those 4 turns before it. There's no way I'm giving up that progress, but let's, I don't know. Come on, pray for something. Just give me something. That was pretty bad. I made almost nothing. I made 10,000. I'm still gonna keep the password though. Crier's back in 1st again. How could that happen? Wow. Alright. What happens now? Okay, let me just check. I think you should strongly consider buying this time while your time will be up. Yeah, so we do have to buy. I'm just gonna say yes, and Let's play out the week and see what happens. Okay. She's saying Xerox. We'll go with it. But no, today was not the local con. The local con is this weekend. Tomorrow I go to see if there are available tables or if I can put my name on a list. And then presumably Friday or Saturday I'll find out. I don't know if I'm in. It's a small con. I didn't even remember to sign up ahead of time. I don't. It wasn't really on my radar. So it's a small con I'm just trying out. So if I don't end up going, then I'll have a lot more time for stocks over the weekend. We're going to be doing mega stocks. All the stocks you guys can eat. Wait, okay, so what happened? Xerox. Yeah, okay, so then I need to do one of these. That was really good. I made a ton of money there. Yeah, Xerox, nice. I hope they don't hire any ex-cons. We haven't heard that one before. Ex-con rail. I think that's a good tip and not a bad tip. I'm gonna assume. That's a good one. Hey, you better update it, Mr. Leo. I know Z-Tox is true. It's true about that. Go to the gym. I probably have, Mr. Leo. Probably right. Shaved animals in general are kind of frightening. Wait, what did she say? To put it in? I think she was wrong that time. I think she was wrong. What do I have? It must have been negative, I guess. I think I might have lost money. Alright. Well, that's a good time to stop then. I'll probably want to reload that save. I got a password. So, alright. So we're like 4 weeks in now. So once we finish that week, we then buy the house. Then the next section is buying the boat. And then the final section is leading up to the auction of the castle. Right? And, well, no, that's the third section. The final section is then paying off the castle. So we still have like a ways to go, but that's, I mean, we actually did get some decent progress tonight. That was decent. I'm gonna beat the damn game. I believe I'm doing probably quite a bit better than the first time through. I'm getting into it. I'm getting into the stocks. In the Japanese version, It's like totally different characters. It's not, everybody's not blonde. Like all the characters are different. Everybody looks more Japanese, or slightly more anime. But the plot seems kind of roughly the same, I guess. Well, let's just look at it real quick, the Japanese version. The Japanese version is called The Money Game 2. The game's actually a sequel. The original game, The Money Game, didn't come out. Hey, you want to look at it real quick? Let's just look at The Money Game 1. It's a reminder. This is what The Money Game 1 looked like. Yeah, no, I had it on the wrong setting all this time. I didn't realize. I had it on it. It was not the ideal setting for one person sitting in front of a microphone. And also, I had really been underestimating how important it is to be close to the microphone when you talk. This is the first one. Blah, 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 blah. So once you get... Okay. Once you get to here... Yeah, so... Here we go. It's the same thing. Here's your computer to buy the stocks. There is a wife in this one as well. Actually, I think there's I think you meet your wife in this one. Like, you have to date her first. Well, I've noticed that it's not as good as it should be. Like, can you tell the difference right now? Let's make sure that it's in the right spot. Z-Toxic, that sounds great. Yeah, so that's the first one. Which was not brought to America. And then the Japanese version of Wall Street Kid, The Money Game 2, looks like this. SOFEL. Oh, there's our wife. There's us. Our wife is, I don't know, she's like, come on, honey, you gotta make money. I guess the plot is probably actually really different. Come on, honey, you gotta get out there and make money. She's cute. So we have to make a certain amount of money. There's us. The old man is like, okay. It seems more serious and less dumb than the American one. Like, yeah, okay. Oh, you can't skip the opening cutscene in this version. Oh man, the graphics are totally different in this one. Wow. There's the clock, there's a computer. The phone must be for your wife, and maybe this is for your health. We start with 2 million? You want to buy? I don't know, let's just buy this one. The music seems quite a bit better in this version. Huh. Click on the clock. We lost money. There's our wife. Hey honey, how's it going? I lost 70,000 yen. Great! Keep it up! Keep up the good work! Oh, the music really is quite a bit. Why is the music so much better in this version? That is crazy. Let's go on a date. The dude's like, hello, how's it going? You want to go on a date with me? Cool. Lost more money. What is this for? Is this for health? What's that mean? Oh, that's the newspaper? Oh, that's okay. That's a newspaper. What is this, my day planner? Kisa 10. Oh, that means this is coffee shop. That says newspaper? No, newspaper company? Kinbunsha? What's Otoda? That I don't even know what that is. Oh. Is that dating? Maybe that's dating. Oh, I didn't realize this version was completely different. Maybe we should have played through this version of the game. What is this? Hello to you too. Talk? Blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, I think that she's pretty cute. Hey, what's up? What do you? Hey, leave me alone. I'm busy. Do whatever. Why am I talking to you all of a sudden? Kaidu, go home. Let's do that. Alright. So that's the Japanese version, huh? Wow. Maybe we should check out that version more. Sitting like Riker. That's the way cool people sit. Listen, I'm gonna start sitting like Riker from now on. That's it. The next stream is gonna be like this. It'll be like this. Hey guys. Welcome to the Flipsider stream. I play all the games. Wait a second. I play all the hottest games, okay? Listen, I'm a really good gamer. Alright, we're gonna play Battletoads, okay? Yeah, I think that could really be something. These chairs are made to stream like that, you know. That's why they have these little eye holes here. Alright, guys. You know what time it is? It's my bedtime. It's past my bedtime, actually. And, you know what that means? It means it's time to say goodbye. You know what that means? It means it's time to say goodbye. Are you guys going to miss me? I know you're going to miss me. I know. Of course. But it's okay. I'll return someday. Let's see. Who can we go to? And we haven't gotten Sharpie in a while, right? Gotta do that. All right. Later. I'll be back tomorrow. 97% likely. See you then. Good night.